With its shaggy coat that flies beautifully in the wind when it runs, the noble Old English Sheepdog appeals to both adults and children. The robust and intelligent Sheepy loves playing and is an ideal family dog. History and origin of the Old English Sheepdog. The dog is also known as a bobtail due to its sometimes congenital short stub tail. If it was not born with a stub tail or the corresponding genetic defect, the tail was often simply docked. Today, this practice is forbidden in many countries. It is believed that owners would dock the tails of working dogs to prove working status, which exempted them from taxes. As the name suggests, Old English Sheepdogs are descended from shepherd dogs from England, but it was actually Welsh farmers who first began breeding the dogs in the 18th century. When Sheepies became no longer needed as herding dogs later in the 19th century, people began keeping them purely as family dogs. Appearance of the Old English Sheepdog. According to the FCI, the height at the withers for males should be at least 61 centimeters, while for females, a minimum height of 56 centimeters is required. The unspecified weight is between 27 to 45 kilos depending on the sex. The life expectancy of Old English Sheepdogs is around 10 to 12 years. The medium-sized, powerful dog with its impressive coat has a swaying gait which is almost reminiscent of a bear. The dog's weatherproof coat appears in all shades of grey and blue with partly white markings. Its undercoat forms an almost waterproof layer. Its characteristic fringe falls over its eyes, and its rather small paws are covered with fur. Temperament and training of the Old English Sheepdog. The former herd protection dog still likes to protect its pack and has a strange, somewhat rattling bark. The Sheepy is intelligent and sometimes quite stubborn, but usually it has a happy and balanced temperament. Sometimes it is bold, but without being aggressive. By nature, the Old English Sheepdog is very tolerant towards people and is never anxious around other dogs. They are extremely good with children and sometimes even try to herd them using gentle nudges. Because Sheepies are quick to learn commands, they are also used as tracking and rescue dogs. However, the alert and likable dog must always have a close relationship with its human pack. Old English Sheepdogs are intelligent and perceptive and are able to think somewhat independently. They are rarely bored, particularly because their charming nature will always convince their owner to play with them or take them for a walk. Exercise and care of the Old English Sheepdog. The dog's high intelligence and dexterity means dog sports such as agility or obedience courses are ideal. Preferably, Sheepies should be kept in houses with gardens, as they need a lot of exercise, no matter what the weather is like. They love long walks with plenty of opportunities to have a sniff around. However, sand, leaves, or small twigs can very easily get picked up and stuck in their coat, so daily brushing is essential. Trimming the coat would be more practical, but it would not look as authentic. A bath is also advisable from time to time, and it's best to use a moisturizing shampoo, otherwise the skin can dry out. Some Sheepies are affected by the MDR1 gene defect, which can make them hypersensitive to certain medicines. Deafness, cataracts, as well as elbow and hip dysplasia and diseases of the respiratory tract and lungs can also occur in this breed.